There are moments in life that don't arrive with loud announcements. They come quietly, like a soft breeze brushing against your skin, like the flicker of a candle at midnight, like a question whispered from somewhere deep inside, not a question that demands an answer from your mind, but from your soul. Imagine an old wooden room, the kind of space where time seems to slow down. A single warm light spills gently across a small table, and resting there, as if waiting only for you, are 3 bottles. They're not ordinary. They don't belong to any shop, nor to any world you can touch. They exist in that place between waking and dreaming, the threshold where your unconscious speaks most clearly. Each bottle carries a silent language, a whisper, a promise. And without even realizing it, one of them has already caught your attention. This isn't fortune-telling. This isn't superstition. This is a dialogue between your conscious mind and something much deeper, the part of you that knows, even when you can't explain why. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist who shaped the language of depth psychology, believed that our souls speak through symbols. They appear in myths, in dreams, in ancient stories, and sometimes in something as simple as a shape, a light, or a color. These bottles are not just objects, they are mirrors. Each one reflects an archetype, a living pattern within you. In a moment, you will feel drawn to one of them. Not by logic, not by reason, but by resonance. That quiet pull, the one that doesn't make sense, but feels unmistakably true. And in that moment, something buried within you will stir. Because what you choose isn't random. It's your soul, pointing at itself. Take a deep breath. Let the world outside fall silent. Let the noise of the day loosen its grip. Look at the 3 bottles in front of you. Their shapes are unique. Their colors speak different languages. Each carries its own story, its own shadow, its own light. There's no rush. You're not here to get the right answer. You're here to hear the whisper that was always there. Now, let your intuition guide you. Don't think too much. Just feel. Notice which bottle your eyes return to again and again. The one that feels strangely familiar, like it's been waiting for you. This is the moment to choose. If your soul leans toward the golden light, that is bottle number 1. If the mosaic of colors pulls at your heart, that is bottle number 2. If the emerald green with golden edges feels steady and strong, that is bottle number 3. Take a quiet moment right now. Breathe. Let the choice rise naturally. Pick your number, 1, 2, or 3, and hold it in your heart. And if you'd like to make this journey more powerful, write the number you chose in the comments below. In a moment, I will reveal the meaning hidden behind each bottle, a message that mirrors a side of you that perhaps has been waiting to be seen. If your eyes were drawn to the first bottle, the one glowing with a warm, golden light, wrapped in delicate blue swirls and crowned with a spiral-shaped cap, then something deep within you has answered to the call of clarity. This bottle isn't about beauty or appearance. It's a symbol of the seeker, the one who carries the lantern of understanding through the fog of the unknown. Yellow isn't just a color. It is illumination. It is the urge to find meaning in a world that often hides it beneath layers of noise and illusion. If this bottle called to you, it speaks of a soul that cannot rest at the surface. You question, you explore, you pull at the threads until the hidden pattern reveals itself. Where others may accept, you keep asking why. Where others stop, you keep searching. The blue swirls around the golden light represent the movement of your mind, fluid, ever-expanding, dancing between logic and intuition. You don't just look at the world, you read it. You trace invisible connections, you understand things others overlook. And through that, you often become a quiet light for those who have lost their way. But with such a gift comes weight. Light doesn't just shine outward. It also makes you more sensitive, more aware of everything, the good, the uncertain, and the painful. You may sometimes feel misunderstood because your hunger for depth sets you apart from those who live more lightly. There are nights when your thoughts won't stop circling, when your mind carries more questions than answers. Yet that very restlessness is also your strength. The spiral-shaped cap is no accident. Spirals speak of evolution, of returning to the same place, but never as the same person. You revisit your past, not to dwell, but to learn. You analyze, reflect, and transform every experience into wisdom. That's why people often come to you without knowing exactly why. They sense something steady in you, a kind of clarity that feels safe. And yes, at times your own light may feel heavy to carry, but it is also the quiet fire that moves you forward. You are not meant for an ordinary path. You're here to illuminate, not by shouting, but by being, by questioning, by seeking truth, by turning the unseen into something that can guide others. This bottle reflects the soul of someone who doesn't follow the light. They are the light. If your gaze was drawn to the second bottle, the one shaped like a perfect sphere, made of countless colored fragments held together by bronze and crowned with a mysterious, dark orb, then your soul has answered to the call of mystery. This choice isn't about the surface. It speaks of a person who lives with depth, who sees the world through layers that many don't even know exist. The light passing through this bottle doesn't move in a straight line. It bends, breaks, scatters, and creates something new. That is exactly how you experience life. You have known beauty, but also fracture. You've seen how pain can split something open, not to destroy it, but to reveal its colors. Your heart carries the memory of old wounds, not as scars to be hidden, but as stories that shaped your soul into something extraordinary. You don't need words to sense what others feel. You read the silence between their sentences, the trembling behind their smiles. You carry a quiet intuition, an ability to see beneath surfaces. People often trust you without knowing why. They sense your presence holds both softness and truth. The dark orb at the top of the bottle is sacred. It represents that inner sanctuary where your truest self lives, the part of you that doesn't explain itself to anyone. It's not about hiding. It's about protecting something rare. It's your quiet temple, the center of your power. You let few people in, but when you do, your connection runs deep. But living with such sensitivity isn't always easy. There are times when you absorb emotions that aren't even yours, when you feel the weight of others on your shoulders. Sometimes you retreat, not to escape the world, but to breathe, to recharge, to return stronger. Like the night sky, you need darkness to shine again. This archetype is the alchemist of emotion, the soul that turns pain into meaning, storms into stories, and broken pieces into art. You don't just survive your experiences, you weave them into something beautiful. This bottle reflects a person who has walked through fire and learned to dance with the embers. You are not fragile, you are layered, like the bottle itself. And the light that passes through you may be fractured, but it is unforgettable. Those who meet you will never forget your depth, because your mystery is not a wall, it's a bridge. If your heart was drawn to the third bottle, the one made of deep emerald green glass, adorned with golden details and crowned with a royal stopper, then your soul has answered to the call of strength and loyalty. This bottle doesn't need to shine with bright colors to be noticed. Its presence speaks for itself. It radiates stability, trust, and quiet power. Emerald green is the color of growth, grounding, and balance. It belongs to people who bring calm into the spaces they enter. When everything around seems uncertain, you're the one others look toward, not because you speak the loudest, but because your very presence steadies the storm. There's something reassuring about you, something that says, you're safe here. The golden lines wrapped around this bottle aren't just decoration. They represent dignity, integrity, and the timeless strength of values that don't waver with the wind. You are the kind of person who holds on to what truly matters, who doesn't break their word easily, and who stands for something real even when no one else does. People sense that. They know they can lean on you, and often they do. But carrying such strength is not without cost. Being the one who holds everything together often means that your own heart remains hidden. You've been strong for so long that sometimes you forget what it's like to let someone else be strong for you. Deep down, there's a part of you that longs for the same safety you give to others. Somewhere in your past, you may have learned that showing vulnerability means being weak. But the truth is the opposite. Real strength isn't in the armor. It's in knowing when to take it off. In trusting someone enough to let them see the heart behind the shield. Your loyalty runs deep. Your love, when given, is fierce. And when that loyalty is betrayed, it cuts deeper than words can express. But even in pain, you remain dignified. You choose honor over bitterness. You protect what matters. You carry your battles in silence, and still, you stand. This bottle represents the soul of the guardian. The one who watches over others, who loves with quiet devotion, who moves through the world not to conquer, but to protect. You don't need to shout your strength. It's written in the way you stay, in the way you hold, in the way you love. Carl Jung believed that symbols are not decorations, they are doorways. Each symbol carries within it a map, a quiet pathway that leads back to the parts of ourselves we've forgotten, the ones we keep hidden even from our own awareness. When you felt drawn to one of these bottles, it wasn't a random impulse. Something in your unconscious recognized something familiar, a pattern, an energy, a reflection of where you are right now in your journey. The golden bottle speaks of the seeker, the one who carries the fire of curiosity, the light of understanding, the hunger for truth. People who are drawn to this archetype tend to look at life not as a fixed path, but as a puzzle meant to be explored. They walk into questions that others avoid. They search in silence for the pieces others overlook, and they often become light for those who have lost their way. Yet what makes this archetype powerful isn't just knowledge. It's the courage to look into the unknown without fear, to bring light where there is none. The mosaic bottle belongs to the alchemist, the soul that has known storms and decided to turn them into art. It reflects those who carry both fragility and strength in their hands. People who are drawn to this bottle are often the quiet healers, the ones who see beauty in places others deem broken. They know pain not as a concept, but as a language they've had to learn. Their gift is their ability to take the raw, unfinished pieces of life and create something meaningful. And though their depth is often unseen, it radiates through everything they touch. The emerald bottle belongs to the guardian, the soul of loyalty, honor, and calm strength. Those who resonate with this archetype are the ones who stand when others fall, who hold steady when everything shakes. Their power is not in noise, but in presence. It's the kind of energy that anchors a space, that makes people feel safe without a single word spoken. Guardians are the quiet protectors of what matters most. But here's something Jung understood deeply. Archetypes are not boxes that define us. They are mirrors. They reflect who we are at this moment, but they can change, grow, evolve. A seeker today can become an alchemist tomorrow, and a guardian can awaken the seeker's fire when life calls for it. You are not meant to stay frozen inside one story. You are meant to integrate, to become whole. Jung called this process individuation, the journey of bringing light to your inner world, of meeting every part of yourself with honesty and compassion. The symbol you chose is a doorway to understanding one of these parts. It's not a label, it's a mirror. When you see the light bottle, you may feel the pull of clarity, of intellect, of illumination. That's the seeker inside you reminding you that your mind is your gift. When you see the mosaic, you may feel the whisper of mystery, of healing, of quiet power. That's the alchemist reminding you of your ability to transform. And when the emerald calls to you, you may feel a quiet strength in your chest, a sense of steadiness. That's the guardian reminding you of your roots and your dignity. But no matter which bottle you chose, they all point towards something profound, the greatness that already lives within you. This isn't about becoming someone else. It's about remembering that what draws you isn't outside of you. It's a reflection of what has been living inside all along. If you've made it here, something in this journey has already spoken to a quiet place inside you. The bottle you chose wasn't just a random preference. It was a moment when your unconscious reached out to meet you, when a symbol became a mirror. And through that mirror, a hidden part of you began to whisper again. Maybe you recognized it instantly. Maybe it surprised you. But either way, it came from you. The truth is, the world around us is constantly speaking. It speaks through color, shape, sound, through everything we're inexplicably drawn to. Jung believed that these subtle pulls are not coincidences. They are messages. Tiny fragments of a language the soul still remembers. And today, whether it was golden light, fractured mosaic, or steady emerald, you answered back. You said, "I see this." You said, "This is me, right now." Pause for a moment. Let that settle. Think of how many choices in your life have seemed small but weren't. How many symbols have passed through your days, quietly shaping how you think, how you love, how you live. When you begin to listen to these whispers, the world around you starts to look different. It becomes alive with meaning. Every color, every object, every pattern begins to reflect something back to you. The bottle you chose today is only one reflection, a single piece in a much larger pattern that is uniquely yours. And here is the beautiful part. This pattern is not fixed. It grows with you, breathes with you, shifts with you. You can return to it again and again. And each time, you'll find something new. If this message resonated with you, don't let it drift away. Write the number of the bottle you chose in the comments below. Your choice is not just your story, it might also echo something in someone else's heart. Sometimes, just reading another person's reflection can awaken something in us too. And if you feel a quiet pull to keep exploring, if something in you wants to understand why we are drawn to the things we're drawn to, why symbols speak even when words fall silent, then follow this path with me. Subscribe to the channel and stay close to our Carl Jung Psychology Test playlist, because every symbol carries a message. Every message leads a little closer to the self. And the deeper you listen, the more the world around you becomes alive, not as a collection of random events, but as a conversation between your soul and life itself. So take your chosen bottle with you, not as an answer, but as a key. Let it open doors inside you. Let it remind you of the power, the beauty, the quiet strength that has always been there. Until next time, stay curious, stay gentle with yourself, and never stop listening to the whispers that guide you home.